I'm back with another video, and right behind me you see what could look like a replica of Imhotep pyramid in Saqqara, Egypt, the step pyramid. They tried, but they failed, I think. Anyway, I wanted to talk about, as you saw in the title, Nagasaki. Roughly 10 days ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I had not a dream, but I woke up in the middle of the night with the word Nagasaki, and I had this download. Nagasaki, in our language, you see it Nagasaki. Nagasaki in our language means for your home. Now, we know about the Nagas, or shall I say, I spoke about the Nagas if you watch my video, Kebra Nagast, Glory of the Kings, The name Nagas is who we were identified by, the Nagas. It's actually a people, a species, the origin of whom are actually extraterrestrials. And as a matter of fact, I show you a whole spaceship that belong to the Nagas, right? And or other extraterrestrial species. It's deeper than that. It could be the Riskians as well, but from planet Risk. But it's deep. But I got my receipt, and that looked like a Naga spaceship. But anyway, going back to the word Nagasaki, Nagasaki. When you say Nagasaki, which means for your home, you're actually talking to a woman. Often my download end up like that, talking to a woman. Because if it was a man, it would have been Nagazaha. And I already made the distinction, the differentiation between ki and ka. Ki refers to the women, and in our ancient languages, let's say Semitic languages, ki actually means earth, so it makes sense that it would be associated with the women, right? And ka with man, the spirit. It makes sense. So Nagasaki. So the people of Japan have a city, which by the way has been bombed in the Second World War by the Americans, and it's called Nagasaki. And again, I'm showing you the connection with, in this case, the Asiatic world, right? Not only that, I already I spoke already before, not extensively, but I touched on it, on how our people, settled in many different places in antiquity, and I can say we started civilization, generically speaking, or I can simply say, we have the gene within us of the people that start civilization pretty much everywhere. That's why, we can look like many different people all across, the world, as in indigenous people. And not only them, of course, even then the recessive gene that come after it, right? So we definitely encapsulate the whole wide world in a sense, right? So many people that I know can easily look Japanese, like even people close to me, whether they're Eritreans, Somalians. I was thinking the other time, certain things you're not meant to see unless you're ready to see them. And again, this is fundamental, opening your first eye, but it goes through steps and successive stages, of our awakening. And most of all, especially when you receive nighttime and you wake up, and you know how it feels. It feels real, and you have a certain clarity of mind during those hours, so-called witch hour, 3 to 5 a.m., right? Not necessarily, it can be 6 a.m. Any time when you are in that state, alpha state, or theta state, in between sleep and awake, you know, you can receive a lot. And I actually saw a picture in my mind of this person that is close to me, and I'm like, you could easily put him in Japan and say he's Japanese, but the only thing is that, you know, he has brown skin like me, and he wouldn't pass as Japanese, but he belongs to the people that are the original Japanese. And wow, it's mind-blowing. It's actually people that are next to me, or people that belong to the same, you know, city, for example, where my father is from, you know, without going too far. You know, I'm here, my father, you know, I am his seed. I definitely don't look like a Japanese person, you know. I'm not I don't have those features. But people like me with the same phenotype or genome, whatever, look Japanese. As much as they can look Eritrean, as much as they can look Kenyan, as much as they can look, you know, Ugandan, as much as they can look from the US, as much as they can look Brazilian, as much as they can look from Cuba, as much as they can look from South Africa, and on and on and on. So, and that's the black woman phenotype. That's the black woman phenotype. And of course, we honor it, you know. And I was meant to speak on it. Today is the 13th, you know, which is the Queen's seat, right? The Queen's seat. Not the Queen of the Zodiac, which is Cancer, which I am a representative of in a sense, because I'm a Cancerian, so I speak on behalf of Mama. That's why I say, one of the reasons why I say I'm one of Mama's favorite sons, right? So I speak on behalf of her, by way of connecting to her, you know, internally, through meditation, whatever, through bloodline, you know, the gifts that you have in you. But I'm referring to the Mother Universe. I'm referring to the Queen seat of the Zodiac, the 13th at the center of the Zodiac, right? If it makes sense, Mother Universe, right? Or Shakti, you know, consciousness, that primordial essence, right? So yeah, 13, which is, by the way, what is 13? 1 plus 3, which is actually what? 4. Again, I'm a 4 baby, by the way, right? I was born on the 4th of July, which is the Cancer, which is the Queen of the Zodiac. So let me put the dots together. So 1 plus 3, 13, which is 4, is actually what as well? Foundation. It's the base. Like, I'm sitting on a bench now, and it has 4 legs. Your table has 4 legs, right? Everything is underpinned in 4. Your home, 4 corners. Everything is built upon it like that. That's the base, right? The base of the pyramid, which I said, by the way, behind me I have a pyramid, right? 4 sides to it. So, where I'm going with that, the initial message was Nagazaki, which means for your home in our language, Tirgenya language. And we know that Nagasaki, it's Nagasaki, yeah? So the foundation is the home, out of which then you have your village, you know, your community, your society, right? So this is a message for the originals, the Nagas, the original Nagas, right? The ancient beings. So foundation is in the home. That's where I'm going. So yeah, number 4, which is also the Emperor card, by the way, in tarot card, number 4, which is something that I mentioned in one of my freestyles. White Lions of Judah. Yeah, I mentioned the number 4, which is the Emperor card. And yeah, I feel a bit like an emperor. And I'll show you my army. My army is the trees, the grass, the wind that is blowing strong today. You know, artificial pyramids, part of my army. The sun. Yeah, that's how it is. So yeah, that's you at the center. You know, be your own emperor, right? Be your own self at the center of the zodiac. In the micro expression of it. The macro expression of it, it's Mother Universe at the center of the zodiac. And the micro expression of it, it's you at the center. So be your own king and emperor, and so on and on. So yeah, to summarize it quickly, that's the word. That's what I'm receiving. And I never give my messages instantly, but I chose today. Not really chose, but I decided to do it today. Then I realized, oh, that's actually even the 13th. Wow, you know, good timing. And the message is Nagasaki. And also the day after that I had like this download, I watched, not by accident, I believe, neither, but it's 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. 47 Ronin with Keanu Reeves. And I think on that same day, okay, let me say first, 47, of course, I always associated with my date of birth, inevitably. Even 7-4, but more 4-7, because we have that numerical combination here, you know. We put the day first, the month after, and then the year of your birth. So 4-7, it's the 4th of July for me. 47, right? Of course, it's about Japan. I don't know if you saw the movie, but it's about Japan's and the samurais, yeah? So warriors, right? And I think on that same day, I'm looking at the word Keanu Reeves. I don't know why. I didn't realize it before, but of course it has Anu at the end. And Keanu sounds like key, really. Like the two last letters of Nagasaki, Ki, Earth, Ki Anu, or the Earth of Anu, right? Keanu Reeves. And that makes sense. And somehow also connected it to the message that I gave, I believe it was around January. And it was about neon, noble gases, you know. And I was connecting the dots like that. And I was saying to you how I watched the image of Anu in the Holy Tablets by Malachi to York, and how the image was buffering in the first eye, and how I was able to connect the dots and the messages that I received, numbers were involved. Oh, and then I spoke about New Zealand, New Seal, you know, Zion. Yeah, it was a bit more extensive, but I connected Keanu Reeves with that. Of course, Keanu Reeves is the protagonist of The Matrix. So you see how things, you know, come around full circle and they make sense. So Keanu, that made 47 Ronin, right? And he was one of the samurais. But yeah, Nagasaki, for your home. Message for the ladies, not only for the ladies, for all the men out there, to all the warriors, you know, to all my brothers, to all the Nagas, you know, to all my Nagast, with Kibret, with the glory, Kabra Nagast, you know, to all the kings and all the queens, to all the Nagasti, you know, peace.